Good morning, dear students. In this video, I'll be discussing the topic numerical integration. So, numerical integration is also known as quadrature. ഈ ന്യൂമറിക്കൽ ഇൻറ്റഗ്രേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ടോപ്പിക്കിൽ ഡെഫിനിറ്റ് ഇൻറ്റഗ്രൽസിനെ നമ്മൾ അപ്രോക്സിമേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് എഴുതും. So, numerical integration is also called as quadrature. Quadrature approximates the definite integral. So that means that numerical നമ്മുടെ definite integrals can be approximated. So integral a to b f of x dx എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു definite integralനെ നമുക്ക് approximate ചെയ്യാൻ by the sum sigma over I equal to 0 to n ai f of xi, where the nodal axes are xi and weights ai. ai എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ weights ആയിരിക്കും and xi is the abscissas. Depend on particular rule used for the quadrature. So there are mainly two types of methods we use in numerical integration. First is Newton-Cotes method. The second is Gaussian quadrature. So we'll be discussing both of them. Method of numerical integration can be divided into two groups. First is Newton-Cotes formulas and Gaussian quadrature. So there are two methods that we'll be using to solve numerical integration. So first method is Newton-Cotes formula and the second is Gaussian quadrature. Newton-Cotes formula are characterized by equally spaced abscissas and include well-known methods such as trapezoidal and Simpson's rule. So Newton-Cotes formula basically we normally split equally we split our interval into small intervals and we'll be doing it. So first in case of Newton-Cotes formula, first we derive the Newton-Cotes formula, and from Newton-Cotes formula we'll be getting two other rules, that is trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule. They are most useful if f of x has already been computed at equal intervals or can be computed at low cost. So mainly when f of x is a function, if f of x is a function defined on an interval ab and there is you have to evaluate integral a to b f of x, we use Newton-Cotes formula by equally dividing the intervals into subintervals of the same length. Because Newton-Cotes formula are based on local interpolation, they require only a piecewise fit to a polynomial. So basically to get the formula of Newton-Cotes formula, we use piecewise fit to a polynomial. So Lagrange's interpolation formula use ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ Newton-Cotes formula derive ചെയ്യുക. And from Newton-Cotes formula, we are getting trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule. In Gaussian curvature, the locations of the abscissas are chosen to yield the best possible accuracy. So Gaussian curvature is very accurate than Newton-Cotes formula. Since Gaussian quadrature requires fewer evaluation of the integrand, it is used in the cases when f of x is expensive to evaluate. So basically, out of the two methods, first method is Newton-Cotes formula, second is Gaussian quadrature. Gaussian quadrature is more accurate and more easier for us to use. So because one particular point is that Gaussian quadrature is more accurate than Newton-Cotes formula. And another advantage of this method is its ability to handle integrable singularities. Enabling us to evaluate expressions such as integral 0 to x g of x root of 1 minus x square dx, provided that g of x is well-defined function. So the another advantage of Gaussian quadrature is that the first advantage is that it is more accurate than the Newton-Cotes formula. The second advantage is that in some cases the function f of x has got singularities. Singularities means there are cases when the function is not defined at certain points. For example, if we look here, integral 0 to 1 g of x root of 1 minus x square. So here we can see that this function is not defined at the point 1. If we because and our limit, in the limit we are having 1, and this function is not defined at the denominator. We can see if, because at x equal to 1 this tends to infinity, so this we cannot evaluate the integral at this point. In such cases we can use the Gaussian quadrature to approximate it. Now let us begin the Newton-Cotes formula. So in this topic, we will be first deriving the Newton-Cotes formula, and from the Newton-Cotes formula, we will be deriving the Lagrange from trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule. So consider the definite integral a to b f of x dx. So our main motive is to approximate this integral. Numerical integration എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ടോപ്പിക്കിൽ തന്നെ our main motive is to approximate, find the integral of find the value of integral a to b f of x dx. We divide the range of the integration ab. So ഇവിടെ ab, the limit of x is ab, and we divide this particular interval into n equal interval of the length h is equal to b minus a by n as shown in the figure above. So basically first let us consider our definite integral. It is from a to b f of x dx. So this is our function f of x. From suppose this point is a, this point is b, we are defining our function from a, our limit of x is from a to b. So we will be dividing this interval AB into n equal subintervals. So if we have to divide it into n equal subintervals, the length of the interval should be, each interval should be h is equal to b minus a by n. Now denote the abscissas of the resulting node by x0, x1, xn. So we are denoting the points of the subintervals as x0, x1, x2 up to xn. Next, we approximate f of x by a polynomial of degree n that intersects all the nodes. Lagrange's, now we are going to use Lagrange's interpolation formula. So you have already learned interpolation formula in the last module, Lagrange's interpolation formula to approximate a polynomial. So Lagrange's, by using the Lagrange's interpolation formula for the we are having the formula Pn of x is equal to sigma I equal to 0 to n f of xi Li of x. So this particular formula is Lagrange's interpolation formula for polynomials, where Li are the cardinal functions given by Li is equal to product of j equal to 0 to n, j not equal to I, x is x minus xi by xi minus xj. So using these two formulas, we will be deriving the Newton-Cotes formula. So Pn of x എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? Pn of x is the approximate value of our function, of our function f of x. Okay. So by using this, we are going to derive our Newton-Cotes formula. Now, therefore, an approximation to the integral in one is given by. So Pn of x എന്ന് പറയുന്ന f of x ന്റെ ഒരു approximation ആണ്. So നമ്മുടെ motive എന്താണ്? We have to find integral a to b f of x dx. So Pn of x is an approximation of f of x. So we can write, instead of f of x, we can replace by Pn of x. So integral I is equal to integral a to b Pn of x dx, which is equal to Pn of x ന് പകരം നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഫോർമുല സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. അതായത് Pn of x is equal to sigma or f of xi Li of x. ഈ ഫോർമുല നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. So Pn of x can be written as sigma or j equal to 0 to n f of xi Li of x. Now here we can see that ഇവിടെ with respect to x ആണ് നമ്മൾ integrate ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So xi is independent, f of xi is independent of x. So we can take this outside. And here we can see it's j. So we can take summation j equal to 0 to n ai of f of xi. Where ai is our integral. Instead of this integral a to b li of x dx, we can replace by capital AI. And f of xi തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും. Where ai is equal to integral a to b li of x dx. I is equal to 0 to n. So this particular equation is very important. This is our Newton-Cotes formula. So this is a very important formula. From this particular formula, now we'll be reducing our trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule. So equation 2 is our Newton-Cotes formula. Now classical examples of these formulas are the trapezoidal rule when n is equal to 1, Simpson's rule when n is equal to 2, 3/8 Simpson's rule when n is equal to 3. So equation number 2 il n equal to 1 put ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ we'll be getting the trapezoidal rule. When you put n equal to 2, we'll be getting the Simpson's rule. Putting n equal to 3, we'll be getting the 3/8 Simpson's rule. So the most important of these formulas is trapezoidal.